Hello, friends. Welcome back to Dating as Humans. My name is Josh. And on this channel, we talk about straightforward, intentional, and rational dating to try to help people have a better dating experience. I believe humans are amazing, and I love to date. And I believe that humans can have an incredible dating life, but we often do not have the best dating experiences because we're not deploying rationality, intentionality, and straightforward communication. And that's really my whole spiel on this channel. That sums most of it up. But today we're talking about this topic. You're wasting your best dating years on people who were never serious about you. And I've got three different points to cover here, but I want to start off by saying dating with intention is important. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to get married and have children? Are you trying to get a couple friends with benefits? Are you trying to date non-monogamously and have two or three actual relationships with people? Are you just wanting to date casually and hook up? Here's the thing. A lot of humans begin the dating process without a plan, and then when their feelings kick in, they follow their feelings. But your feelings, to quote Rick Sanchez, are just a chemical reaction that compels animals to breed. They are a terrible plan maker for relationships. It is very rare that following your feelings into a relationship is going to yield good results. What we want to do is be aware of our feelings, but have an actual intentional plan. And then when we're dating, we will know whether certain things fit into that plan or not. Like this, for example, you may be wasting the best years of your life dating people who are not serious about you. But if you watch their behavior and you understand what you want, you would know if those things line up, right? But the problem a lot of people run into is they don't really take time to flesh out exactly what they want. In fact, I see on dating apps with startling frequency, people will say, not sure what I'm looking for, right? And that's fine, but don't expect a good dating life if you do that. Do not expect it to go well because you take away a lot of the opportunity you have to crush it and have the dating life that you want by not chasing an outcome with intentionality. Instead, you just kind of drift here and there according to the whims of feelings and chaos. And it's especially when you let other people, get their feelings in the mix, and then that's going to push you here and there. It's just going to be utter chaos. And that's why a lot of people feel like their dating lives are just out of control and very chaotic. They feel like they can't find a good partner. They feel like, they keep making the wrong choices. A lot of this comes down to, basically looking at intentions, comparing those intentions to actions, and then comparing the intentions and actions of dating partners with your goals and what your intentions are for your life. Do they match up? This is a very important thing to discuss. Okay. So I've got 3 points that I want to talk about here. Number 1, confusion is definitely information. Okay. When someone consistently wants you, you normally don't have to perform detective work to understand their intentions. That does not mean every serious person moves quickly. It means their behavior creates increasing clarity rather than decreasing confusion. One of the most irrational things I hear people say is that they get bored with the quote unquote like good communicators, right? I one time was talking to a girl and and I was dating non-monogamously. And, I wanted to actually build relationships with the women I was dating. I wasn't just trying to hook up. But I went on a date with her, and then we ended up hooking up. And then after that, I started texting her almost every day just to check in. Hey, how's it going? Right? How are you doing? Because my intention was to actually build relationship, not just hook up. And then I actually ended up ending that with her because she was doing some things that, I don't know, they didn't line up with my goals and my value system. But then she was I think she was a little mad at me because I was ending it. So she said, well, you were texting every day anyway. And that was really like too much. Like, I don't want to do feelings like that. So it's like, you know, it's a good thing that I saw where her true intentions were. She didn't want what I wanted. Thus, I would have been wasting a lot of time trying to make that work. But the truth is, it just wasn't going to work. When you watch people's behavior, it'll tell you what they want. If they don't text you, it's because they didn't want to text you. If they didn't call you, it's because they didn't want to call you. People do pretty much exactly what they want. But the big problem we run into is that we think we know better than they do. We try to rationalize it because we want a certain thing to be true, but this is irrational. We also have to look at whether or not their behavior is lining up with our intention for our dating life. And if it's not, don't waste time on it, because you might find yourself wasting months or years and a lot of emotional effort on something that was never aligned with your values or goals to begin with. Point number two: chemistry can keep you trapped in a situation that has no future. We all, to a degree, want to invest in our future when we are dating. Now, some people, they might just want to casually hook up and not talk to the person again. So maybe they're excluded from this group. But it's, in my experience, a little rare that that's the full intention. A lot of times, and I'm going to say this might ruffle some feathers, a lot of times what people actually want is to be loved and to be in a loving relationship, but they're afraid of rejection and they don't want to come off as needy. So they shield that by saying, I just want hookups. So it's sort of like a keeping people at arm's length until they know they can trust them. Unfortunately, for those people, this is not a rational approach either. This is making your actions and your intentions doing different things, and it will confuse people and misread people. And that's a great way to pretty much guarantee you're not going to find a relationship, at least not a good one. Sometimes it does happen, but there's still a lot of confusion going on there. But here's the thing. You can have attraction and great conversations. You can have amazing intimacy. You can have shared humor and emotional intimacy with someone who still has no intention of building a relationship with you. That person might feel great to be with. But once again, watch their actions. Their actions will speak back to their intention. If their intention is just, to have intimacy with you and then to go about their way and not talk to you again until the next time, they'll make that evident in their action. Whereas you'll see them taking steps toward more relationship. If that's what their intention is, people do exactly what they want, guys. This is the rational thing. It takes a lot of effort to fake it. If you try hard enough to fake it, it's kind of like putting in the real effort. What people want to do is get what they want with the least amount of effort, right? So watch people's actions, watch their intentions. That good chemistry that you enjoy, that feels like compatibility, your feelings might tell you this is the one, and maybe you wish it was. But if they're not actually showing you through action that their intent is to build something with you, they probably don't want to build something with you. They're probably just enjoying that chemistry too, but to them, it doesn't mean anything deeper than feeling good, right? Now, that's fine. I'm not saying those people are wrong. We just have to learn to watch people's behavior. They're going to do exactly what they want. And then we're going to go here to point number 3. Every month spent waiting for the wrong person reduces your ability to meet the right one. Okay. The greatest cost of getting wrapped up with the wrong person is not simply the heartbreak or the emotional investment that you might waste in that person, but it is the opportunity cost. While you are emotionally attached to someone who's unavailable, you are often less open, less energetic, and less intentional with people who might actually choose you. And this obviously works against those of us who want to have a good dating life where we build relationship with someone. If you get wrapped up with the wrong person, maybe it's really great intimacy. Maybe you really think they're attractive. Maybe you feel crazy feelings when you're with them and you think, oh my God, I wish this was the one. And your body wants to chase that person, but they're not displaying signs of wanting to build a relationship with you. They're leaving you confused. There is a lack of clarity. And what you want is less confusion, more clarity, but they're giving you more confusion, less clarity. Their actions are telling you what they want. They want more confusion. They want less clarity. Why? Who knows? It might be, and the most obvious, the most common sense take would be that they're just not interested in a relationship with you. They want to keep it murky because they kind of want to have the fun with you, but they don't want to do all that emotional relationship work. If you want a relationship, it's in your best interest to date someone who wants to do relationship work. There are people out there who want to do that. You might think to yourself, yeah, but I'm not as attracted to that person, or I don't have the crazy feelings for that person, or I don't have that chemistry with that person, or the sex isn't as good. But that's chasing feelings, guys. Chasing feelings over intentionality is not rational when we're talking about building human relationships, because humans are going to do exactly what they want to do. You can chase that feelings person, but if they're not showing the signs that they want to build a relationship, they are not gonna. And even if you kind of force them to a little bit, their heart's not going to be in it. And then you're going to waste all that time when you could have been building something with someone who wants to build something with you. Now, I'm not trying to say that in every situation, what you need to do is build relationship. That may not be what you want, but you do need to think about what your goal is. And you need to think about how you want to approach dating, what behaviors you want to look for in people who will match that intention. This is extremely important. So date rationally, guys. Be straightforward with your communication. Watch people's actions because it will speak louder than their words. And get real super clear on what you are looking for and be willing to say no to the ones who are not compatible with that. And there you go. There's some rational, straightforward dating advice for you today for men and women. If you want to book a call with me and talk about these things, links in the description. I'm not a coach, but I will talk to you about just about anything you want. Thank you for coming back for another episode of Dating as Humans. Date rationally. Take care of yourselves out here, guys. All right. Have a great dating life. I'll see you on the next one.